Hello everyone and welcome to Victoria's Cantina. Today we're having a look at the Jurassic World Tyrannosaurus Rex Lockdown. This is a playset. I picked it up at Target for $24.99. The street date on these is August 2nd, so within a few days they should be widely available. What I really like about this set, and I haven't opened it yet, but I like the box art a whole lot. I think it looks very, very cool, and if only the product, which you get a little preview of down at the lower left corner, lived up to what's shown on the box art, with the volcano and all the cool graphics and, the T-Rex and all, then I think this would be super awesome. But just looking at that little picture down at the corner, don't have a whole lot of high hopes for this particular set, but the box art on it is quite magnificently done. Probably the nicest box art I've seen out of any Jurassic World product from any company. The back of the box gives us a better look at the contents of the playset. There's a little bit of a description there at the top. When the mighty Tyrannosaurus Rex comes crashing through the fence, your only choice may be to stand your ground, or, on second thought, run. Pretty funny. And just so you guys know, on the back of the box it does say authentic Jurassic World. So it doesn't mean that it's good, it just means that this is authentic Jurassic World. Alright you guys, I'm going to go ahead and get this opened up and we'll take a look and see what comes inside the box. So here are the contents of the box. It looks like we have some fence pieces, we have like some kind of a net thrower thing, we have a little gyrosphere, we have a sleeping Tyrannosaurus Rex there, at least it looks like it's sleeping, and then we have some other fence piece there at the back. So it looks like assembly is certainly required with this set. I'm going to go ahead and get it all set up, and then we will take a closer look at exactly how cool or how uncool this particular playset is. Alright guys, so first of all you do get an instruction booklet, which it's really not that hard to put together. The only thing you really need to assemble is the gate. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at our dinosaurs, the first thing we look at from this set. This is the same exact dinosaur as the Bashers and Biters, Tyrannosaurus Rex. So it still has the same feature where you push down the tail and then pull it back and it opens its mouth. The feet did kind of become warped because it's just in the box without any kind of protection at all. So it's a bit hard to get to stand. Let me go ahead and bring in my original Bashers and Biters T-Rex. As you can see, they are completely the same dinosaur. I wish Hasbro would have at least given us a repaint at the very least. I know that a lot of the times when they offer like new sets that include previously released figures, that they try to at least mix it up just a little bit in order to entice you to want to buy the new set. But they didn't even bother to do that here. They just gave us the same exact dino that we already had. Okay, next up, let's take a look at the Gyrosphere. This is very, very small. It does look quite similar to the one that came with the Indominus Rex versus Gyrosphere set, but it is much, much smaller. Construction is very similar, very lightweight plastic. Very basic, a little bit of blue on it, and the rest is clear plastic. I think that what they added inside it, though, is probably the most troublesome aspect out of it. There's just a little cardboard thing with an ACU soldier sitting in it to look like he's driving it. I mean, at that point, why even include anything? Because you can't interact with it. I don't think this comes apart as far as I can tell, so, why include anything like that? And my problem with this as well, and this is something that I took notice of with the previous Gyrosphere from Hasbro, is that why would an ACU soldier be driving it? I kind of liken that to me going to Disneyland and seeing a park employee riding on Space Mountain. You're just not going to see that, so why would a Jurassic World employee be piloting the Gyrosphere? It just doesn't make much sense. There's a comparison of the two Hasbro Gyrospheres. As you can see, the new one is very, very small. It only comes in at about a little bit over 2 inches tall, maybe 2 1/4, whereas the original one stood at about 3.5 inches. The next thing you get is a little launcher as well as a net. So basically the way this works is you just pull it back and let go and it launches the net. Very simple kind of plastic to it. There's not a whole lot going on with it. You get some screw holes even. But it's, it's kind of like a sweet potato orange kind of thing. And then the net itself is rubber. I guess the way that it works, and this is the only thing I can figure out, is, you just kind of go like that and then launch the net. I mean, it just seems kind of weird. I know that the original one back in '93, the much larger one, had something that was kind of similar. but it just seemed like it worked way better back then. The next thing we have is a section of electric fence, and you get 4 of these electric fence sections. And back in 1993, Kenner released the Command Compound from Jurassic Park. It was a very large playset, and my brother had it, and it had these electric fence sections, but they were larger than this. This is kind of basically a scaled down version of the electric fence sections that came in that set. Not a whole lot to it. It's pretty hard plastic. It feels very much like the old one, and even the color seems to be exactly the same. I just kind of wish they would have done a little bit more with it this time around. Maybe given it a little more paint details, just to kind of spruce it up and make it a little bit more different. And you connect the fence pieces simply by pressing in these little notches here on the side. And now you can basically connect the other ones and then make a little Jurassic Park or Jurassic World diorama. The next thing we have here is another piece that fits into the fence. It has the same notches as the fence sections, but this is a little bit different. This is meant to interact with the gyrosphere. And the way that it works is you simply press down on the gate type thing right here. And then there's a little electrified bolts or whatever they are come out. This is actually pretty neat. It's cool that they at least try to mix it up and add something to it. So I guess the way that it works is that the gyrosphere is supposed to fit in here without problems. But your T-Rex is not supposed to. It's supposed to get like shocked or something, which would especially hurt it because of all those screws that it has in its body. Okay, and I've saved the best for last, and this is actually the main reason that I bought this set, was because I wanted to have a Jurassic World entry gate. Back in the day, the Kenner Command Compound also came with a gate. This one may or may not be scaled down from that one. I'm really not 100% certain. I think it is a little bit different because I kind of remember those flames at the top being situated like off to the side, a little bit lower. So I'm inclined to say that this is in fact a different gate, but if any of you guys know, please let me know down in the comments because I'm really curious. The gate is the piece that requires the most assembly, and it's quite easy to put together. Looking at it, it's pretty simple. Not a whole lot of to it other than, gray plastic, some flames, and a sticker. I really would have appreciated if they would have, made the doors made out of wood or, just added a little more color to it. And while the front of it looks pretty good, the back of it, you just see like the skeletons, the inside of the plastic gate. I really would have preferred if they would have enclosed this or, just dressed it up to look a little bit better. I mean, it looks a little bit cheap like this, but, I guess if you're just looking at it from the front, it's not quite as bad. I really do like the flames. I think the flames are one of the cooler aspects of this. So the doors are basically on hinges, and you just push them forward to open them. Alright, you guys, and here is the Tyrannosaurus Rex Lockdown, fully assembled. It is a very petite set. It is not anywhere near as grand as the original Command Compound. The set seems to be in pretty good scale in relation to the size of the Bashers and Biters T-Rex that comes with the set. Now keep in mind that Bashers and Biters dinosaurs are not anywhere near in scale with each other. The Spinosaurus is either very tiny or the Ankylosaurus is freakishly large. But here you go, I put all of my Bashers and Biters in here. As you can see, it is in fact a little bit crowded. So it might be a little more comfortable for you to just put a few of them in there, but whatever. Kids that buy this are going to probably just cram them all in there anyway and have fun doing it. So I suppose ultimately that's what's important. If you wanted to put your Indominus Rex that came with the Gyrosphere in there, it actually seems to look all right, especially when you consider the fact that the new small Gyrosphere that comes with the playset is actually in really good scale with the Indominus Rex toy. If you want to put in one of your larger growlers like Velociraptor Blue, then it actually doesn't look too bad. For 1 or 2 growlers figures, I think this is going to work out okay. I also quite like the fact that you can change the configuration by repositioning the fences. I think that allows for a little bit more playability and gives you the chance to fit it on your shelf a little bit better. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so there you have it. This is the Hasbro Jurassic World Tyrannosaurus Rex Lockdown playset. Here's what I think. At $24.99, I don't think this is a terrible deal. Yeah, it does have some weak links like the Gyrosphere with a little cardboard dude in it. That's just pretty ridiculous. And then the launcher for the net is actually really, really silly considering that it doesn't seem to work very well at all. The gate itself, the fences, even though they're scaled down from the original playset back in the 90s, I still think that for $24.99, this really isn't a bad set. It isn't the fanciest playset, but when you consider the fact that a Bachelors and Biters dinosaur goes for $10, it sort of sweetens the deal because for an extra $15, you're going to also get the Jurassic World gate, you're going to get the 4 fences. Even though they are scaled down, you're going to get this extra new fence piece that's here in the center for the Gyrosphere. You're going to get the Gyrosphere, you're going to get the net launcher. Despite the fact that some of these components are pretty weak, I think the overall package at the price is a pretty good deal and one that I think many kids are probably going to be after for their birthdays or for the holidays. So I really do think that this is an instance where the set is worth the sum of its parts, even though some of those parts are very lackluster. There are some nice aspects to it, and I do think that it's a good set for the money. If you're a Jurassic World collector that has to have everything, or if you want to have a decent Jurassic World gate, along with a few electrified fence sections, then I think you're probably going to like this for what it is. Yes, it isn't spectacular, and it could have been a lot better, but I do appreciate it for what it is. So in that sense, if you are collecting this line, yes, I do recommend it. All right, ladies and gentlemen, if you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like and subscribe. And as always, I want to thank you for watching Victoria's Cantina. Until next time, bye-bye.